So we have created a contour using this pad. Okay, so let's now let's delete all these things I have created. Okay, and switch into this. We have finished these tools, and let's look at this one, which is named projection. So okay, uh, actually let's back a bit using Ctrl Z. So I'm gonna delete this contour, and I need this surface. So how this projection work? So let's create a line somewhere somewhere here, like this, okay, a line over this surface, over this pad. Okay, I click a line, and I'm gonna create a line using point to point option. So as a first point, I'm gonna create a point somewhere here. The coordinates by Z is gonna be maybe about 100, and by X is gonna be maybe okay, 100 is not enough, maybe 300, something like this. And by X, the coordinates is about maybe 50, and by Y is gonna be maybe minus once again 300. Let's say 300. So okay, the point is gonna be is here somewhere, and click on OK. And I'm gonna create another point by right clicking on no selection next to point 2, right click and create a point, and let's define coordinates as y is gonna be 200 and x will be, let's say, minus 30, something like this. Okay, and click on preview, click on OK. Maybe z, I can also redefine also z, which is maybe 500, something like this, and click on OK, preview, and OK. Okay, and click once again OK. So I have created a line. Let's look on my screen from front, something like this, and I'm gonna project this line onto this surface. Okay, so I use projection, click on this line, which is gonna be projected line, this one, and as a support I'm gonna select this surface just like this. Okay, and click on OK. So as you can see here, a line, projected line, is created on this surface. So this is a projection. I can this I wanna tell you one important thing here. This line 2 and project 1 is created inside of geometrical set, which I have inserted using insert menu and geometrical set, which is okay. So if I right click on this line and hide, I can look at this project from upside like this, and it is shape something like a spline, really complicated spline. Okay, so I right click once again, right click line and unhide it. Okay, and look I'm gonna look at from top, and as you can see here, if I double click on project 1, there is an option here, projection type, which is normal. Normal means perpendicular. Okay, so that means if I if I try to create a line between this point and this point, okay, so like this, so this created line is perpendicular to this surface, okay. So another one, create a line between endpoints like this, a bit wrong, like this, and this line is also perpendicular to this surface, okay. So projected element is really is related uh, related to a surface, and let's try to change uh, the projection type from normal into a long direction like this. And now here I should also choose the direction. Let's right click on no selection here next to direction and select as a direction Z component like this. And try to look at this. Click on preview like this. Okay. Okay. And click on OK. So here, if I look at my screen from front like this. Now, if I create a line between these 2 points, between endpoints, this angle is not 90 degrees. I mean, angle between this line and the surface is not 90 degrees. This line is absolutely vertical and absolutely parallel to my z-axis, which is this one, okay? And you may ask a question, why my projected line is also created here uh, on the left side and on bottom side, okay? Because if I try to create a uh, perpendicular vertical line, uh, there is no surface under this perpendicular line. So that's why on the back side and on the bottom side, the projection also is created. Okay, let's try to change the coordinates. I mean, the change this line. I mean, the change the coordinates of first point, which is this one. Okay, I double click on line and I click on this button, which is point 13 definition. Okay, and I'm gonna change y coordinates of this point. Let's define it as 250 and click on preview. That's not enough. Under this point, there is no still a surface. Okay, maybe 200 minus 200 will be enough. Something like this. And click on preview. Okay, that's enough. And click on OK. And once again, click on OK. And as you can see here, the projection is started from here and end from here and end here. Okay, so it is not continued on this left side and on bottom side. Okay, so this is how projection works. So I'm gonna select all elements I have created here, which is project 1, line 2, and delete them. And I'm also gonna delete this pad 1. And let's look at this intersection. So to use this intersection, to show you how intersection works, I'm gonna create a part on this part body. So to create a part on this part body, I right click on part body and make it as a work object, because as you can see here, geometrical set is underlined. That means if I try to create anything, it will be under geometrical set. Okay, I right click on part body and define it as a work object. Okay, so and I switch into part design. In my case, it's okay. Start part design. So click create a sketch on probably on this YZ plane. Okay, and I'm gonna create a simple cylinder using a circle like this, and create a pad and extrude it in two directions like this, and the length will be, let's say, 250. Click on preview. Something okay, I have created some cylinder like this, and I'm gonna create another body. So I should insert it. So once again, insert and select a body and click on OK like this. So another I'm gonna create another object inside this body 2. Okay, so as you can see here, body 2 is activated. That means it is defined as a work object because it is underlined. So now I select a ZX plane and create on this plane a sketch, another sketch. So once again, another cylinder, a simple cylinder like this, maybe a little uh, less diameter like this, and exit says sketch workbench and create a path using this cylinder with the length of maybe 400 okay, something like this. Okay, and click on OK. So here, as you can see, I have two independent bodies which are intersects, and actually these bodies are independent. Okay, if I select this one, I can see the shape of whole cylinder, and if I select this one, and also here I can see the shape of whole cylinder. So, and I'm gonna I back to geometrical set. I right click on geometrical set and make it make it working object. So define in work object like this. So, and here in this geometrical set, I'm gonna create uh, intersection. So for that, I back to, GSD, generative shape design, start generative shape design, and click on this intersection. Okay, here an intersection definition window. In this window, software asks me to select first element, to select second element. So as a first element, I'm going to select the surface, this cylindrical surface of this cylinder, maybe this one, it doesn't matter. And as a second element, I'm going to select another cylinder surface, okay? And click on OK. So here, a curve is created, okay? Let's hide this part body, whole part body, and whole body too. Okay, so you see this curvature. This is the intersection curve of these two cylinder. Okay. Now let's look at the parallel curve. Okay. What is parallel curve? Let's try to look at this. Click on parallel curve. So I have a parallel curve definition window opened, and I'm gonna select as a curve this one, because here this definition asks me to select a curve. Let's select this one, okay? And as a support, I'm gonna select maybe this ZX plane and try to preview it. And this is an error. This is an error, okay? Maybe I'm gonna select another plane, maybe this one, okay? Click on preview. I don't have okay, okay. So let's create a point somewhere here. Maybe I will be able to use this parallel curve. And anyways, I don't have any results. So there is an error. So let's click on cancel. Let's delete this intersection. Okay. Let's delete this body too, and show this part body, and delete this pad 2 also. So in geometrical set, I'm gonna create a sketch like this, and select and create a spline like this, and exit sketch workbench. So I have created let's say it is curvature. So once again, I'm gonna try to use parallel curve. As a curve, I'm gonna select this sketch and try. Okay, as you can see here, next to support, default plane is already selected, which is most probably this one, ZX plane. Let's try to click on preview. Nothing is happened because here constant in my case now is 0. I'm gonna change it into maybe 20 like this, okay, and try to click on preview. And as you can see here, another curve is created on the distance of 20 millimeters. Okay, in order to be able to see it more better, okay, let's change it from 20 into maybe 150 like this, and click on preview. Okay, so this is how parallel curve is created. Okay, so as you can see here, if I look at this from right side like this, okay, and if I try to create a line between these starting points and between these ending points like this, once again like this, and the angle between this curve and this line is 90 degrees, and between this curve and this line is also 90 degrees. Okay, and also here between this curve, which is actually a sketch, and the line is 90 degrees, and this parallel between and the angle between this parallel curve and this line is also 90 degrees. Okay, I just click on OK, and maybe I color it as red for now, and I'm gonna try to use another tool, which is this one, 3D curve offset. Okay, 3D curve offset. This is the similar command, but there is a little difference. So once again, in 3D curve offset definition window, the software asking me to select a curve. I'm gonna select once again this sketch as a curve, and here I should define a pulling direction. Let's define, select z-axis as pulling direction. I right click on this node selection next to pulling direction and select here z component. Okay. Okay. And here I should define an offset distance. It is gonna be, let's say it's gonna be 100. Okay. And click on preview. Okay. Okay. You see, now it is creating a parallel uh, parallel curve and on absolutely another direction like this. Okay, let's try to use another direction instead of Z component. Maybe it's gonna be okay. Let's try Y component like this. Okay, and try to click on OK. So like this, like this. And as you can see here, this one, this red one, is created using this tool, which is parallel curve tool. And this one, I'm gonna color this as let's say green. So this green one, is created using 3D curve offset. Okay. So and if I try to create a line between these two and these two, so this point belongs to this line. This point is also belongs to this line. So that means you can create this parallel curve using 3D curve offset, but you are not able to create 3D curve object. You will not be able always to create this 3D curve offset using parallel option, parallel curve option.